I am very excited to ask you this question because I do feel like all of us have some skin in this game in terms of how we go about it. In what actionable way can leaders help pave the way for more representation in their industries?
Yeah, thanks, Elon. I think it's a great question and one that I know everyone here is engaged in. And so, I think I will bring the kids into this one. Look, I think I look at this in through two different lenses, right? So one would be a personal, a family lens, and the other would be organizational. I think as a Latino dad, brother, tío, esposo, I think it all starts with your home base, right? And I think it starts with being a role model, and showing those that are closest to you that that your industry and the professional world is a place for them. And I've always impressed upon my family, like I'm sure many family folks here do, the value of education and the importance of work, right? And in the industries that I've been in. But there is really nothing like, very practically speaking, kind of bringing your kids and your family and the primos to your place of work, right? And I
Mhm.
remember I took my oldest son to an event with the U.S. soccer team at Nike when I was there, when I used to work for them on the campus. And of course, he was pumped to see all of his favorite stars, but he asked how he could get a job doing the same thing, right? And of course, it opens up a conversation, right, about all the careers and things you can do at a place like Nike and all the other companies that are represented here. And I think the bottom line is that the one way we can get more representation into our industry is by starting at the hyper local level, right? Which really for all of us is your family and those closest to you, right? And then I think organizationally, look, I'm a huge believer in the power of ERGs, of which many of us here, are engaged in, and of course this network like the Alumni Society. I've been very involved in the alumni organizations for the schools where I've gone at UVA and Duke. And, I've seen the power of the networking. I mean, Sandra talked about, how she was able to kind of inspire and get someone to, kind of apply to business school and these types of things. And I think just, whether it's leading a scholarship program that funnels into a particular industry or just going to an event, just showing up. And I had organized an event not too long ago, and there was someone who had been, their dream was to get into the gaming industry, and I was working with EAEA Sports at the time, and just through that conversation, I just showed up to the event and was just there. And happened to talk with him, and he'd been trying to get into this industry, and he recently just got an internship, and so just that kind of stuff, right? And we all have those types of vignettes, and I think it's powerful. And when you do that over and over and over and just show up, sometimes that's how you can do it. And I think I'll end with this. I think the common denominator between kind of the family, and then organizationally, is that it all starts with relationships, and it all starts with just seeing them as humans, seeing them as fellow Latinos and Latinas, and just doing everything that we can to pay it forward.